Hello everyone, welcome back to Paddling Pool 214. I am Spy here, joined by Zari, and we have the two teams, Fabriqué en France, aka FEF, and Quoicouteam1, I think that's how it's pronounced, aka QCT. And Zari, we were talking about FEF a lot.
yeah, we were just discussing that would probably be the best way to cast these teams, because not only is it's just the word "fef" so good, but also I am accidentally challenged, so it's probably for the best. But we're just waiting for both teams to ready up. Oh my god, Fef. Anyway, the first game we're going to be getting into will be Tower Control on Hagglefish. So I think that's a very solid map mode, don't you think?
I mean, I actually really like it. I feel like the most challenging part is the part where you're just like completely on the right and you're like under this 110 where people can just absolutely demolish you if you don't watch out. So I feel like both teams, QCT and FEF, can on vous aime quack. Oh wait. They said we love you. They said they said we love Quoicouteam1.
There we go. No.
that French class paid off.
Yeah, mine didn't, but it's been a while, so it's fine. But already we're seeing both teams. There is okay. I wasn't expecting to see a Rapid Blaster and Quack. Quack. God, QCT bringing out some meta plays. We have seen that backfire before on certain teams, but I'm not so sure that's going to be the case here. 2 down on the side of FEV and 1 down for QCT. They are probably going to be able to maybe continue this push. I don't know. The sniper is watching them.
Yeah, I feel like they just really don't have the chance. But I mean, they don't really have the special right now. I mean, they have 1 crab, but FEF definitely has more specials than them. We already saw 1 usage, I think. And I mean, the Zekofin also uses its Tri-Striker right now to maybe get some space. I mean, it's kind of unreliable, but it's better than nothing, honestly. And now QCT is ready for a push. I mean, there's 1 splash at the tower. Oh! The machine just got 2 picks. That was really beautiful.
Yes,
getting used to that gigantic hitbox. And what was that kill by that Zekofin?
How? I don't know how that happened. That's amazing.
Oh, and there's another crab kill by QCT. Now FEF really doesn't really have that many chances right now. They're being picked off so much right now.
Oh, 1 by 1, they're just going down. Yeah, QCT are really working hard to keep FEF out of the picture here. This is really going well for QCT, but FEF need to get them off the tower and out of their spawn so that they can even think about pushing this. But QCT just keep coming back. This might be them out finally, but still hard to tell.
Yeah, we see that Rapid Deco on FEF using its Inkjet to maybe gain some kind of value. I don't know how that just helped. No, but I feel like it was just to kind of create pressure, so that was some value, I guess. I feel like FEF may be ready for a push. I mean, we see the Tri-Strikes going off. We see the Crab Tank being utilized by the Splash. And maybe we were gonna see the Trizuka and maybe a beautiful Trizuka clip. No, never mind. The V shot got picked off, so that's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, indeed. It just, oh my goodness. Yeah, FEF just need a bit more staying power here, and they have not been able to quite get that yet. And QCT don't have any checkpoints left, so it's just a smooth ride straight to the end here, unless FEF can do something about that.
Yeah, I mean, we see the shot being kind of at the edge and kind of trying to get some picks, but they were picked off. And the Rapid Decker did a good job at getting the splash off the tower and the machine off. But now it's a splash against the Zekofin. We saw how that played out. But now the splash is really not in much commitment because they were picked off too, because it was a 2v1 situation. They just couldn't win.
Yep, yes indeed. is this gonna be the time when FAF can actually get some points on the board here? They need to be working on this. They only have 1.5 minutes left. That is 2 down for QCT. That is 3 even. This might be what they need to actually get this going. No, they do have to get the whole way to 14, so that's still gonna be a hell of a push.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
still possible. Still absolutely possible. Though they do need to get ahead of the tar a bit more, because this sniper is not having a fun time.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
They just have to avoid so much crab tank right now, and they just kind of settled on their tri-strikes for now. But right now, FEF honestly has a really good push. They're setting a good amount of pressure. The Charger is avoiding that crab tank like an absolute pro. Oh, there was the Trizuka just now, I think, and now we see another tri-strike. They actually got the lead.
They took
now
lead!
There was a wipe out.
What is going on?
What?
They pushed to 1! They pushed to 1. What? We were just like, oh, they're getting a good push going. This is going well. And then they pushed to 1! What? FEF, what are you doing? Holy frick. Okay.
Now QCT literally has to KO in order to win this. That's gonna be hard for them.
Yes, but taking down the enemy, killing them will help. Certainly, but they... Wait. Yeah, they do have the... Okay, for a second I thought someone on FEF had the tower behind them, but that is not happening. They do still need to push quite far here, which is looking quite difficult.
Oh yeah, it was literally as you said, like this kind of early Splatoon 3 meta pick may be backfiring on them. So
yeah, no,
actually
this is not the first time that we have seen this in paddling pool. But normally it happens on the second game. Normally, the first game you pick your proper mains, right? And you're like, oh, we're gonna win. And then you don't win. And so your response to that is, you know what? Meta will save us. And then it doesn't. But this is first game. Meta did not save QCT there. FEF just taking it almost as far as they could. And QCT just could not do the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I honestly really liked FEF's comp because it revolves some off-meta weapons like the Zekofin Splatter Scope. Was it a Splatter Scope? I don't remember. It was a Zekofin, okay?
It was, yeah.
And Rapid Deco, which I feel like is not really seen that often in competitive, especially not at like top level, because it's just a weapon. I mean, it is viable, but it's really not seen that often because I feel like the most picks, like the most comps, will revolve around a Splatana and a Splash and a Machine and a ballpoint. So it's really cool to see some off-meta weapons. I feel like that's just kind of the beauty of creating comps that actually work.
And work for your team specifically, right? Just because, one comp is like, oh my god, we're getting destroyed by it, doesn't mean that that exact comp is actually going to work for your team. So therefore, figuring out what will work will always be better than being like, we're going to go play meta. Have you got enough crab tanks? Have you got enough sloshing machines? No. Play the weapons that you're actually, going to enjoy playing. I feel very bad for all the Brellas though that want to play Brella.
Oh my god, I just want Brella to be good again. I want to play Brella.
No.
Please, Nintendo, make Sorella Brella with Auto Bomb and Wave Breaker.
But we are going to get into the second game, which we have not talked about, which is Brinewater on Splat Sounds. And they're sticking with it! They're sticking with meta!
They got a Neo Splash, Wait, never mind.
No, they don't.
It literally looked like a Neo Splash in the shadow, what the hell?
Nothing changed for QCT.
QCT just wants to stay with the meta, but they know that backfire. We see another Rapid Deco, which is actually really good on this map in my opinion, especially against backlines, but we don't see them right now. And we see QCT is being really aggressive. What the hell? Chill.
Ooh. Yep, but... Exhaustion here, able to take 2 and mean that their team is gonna have the space to get back in. That was very important and made that retake so much easier.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Because if that sniper can't get set up, then they're not really as much use kind of the whole way back in their spawn. And that's 2 kills on QCT there. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but they're definitely dead. This is not what QCT needs at the moment. Not at all.
I actually like Gaby's playset. They just kind of want to get some pressure in and maybe get some chip damage off. And we just saw 2 Booyah Bombs aggressively going into the zone. That was like, and they just instantly recapped the zone. I feel like that's just really what QCT needed right now. They needed a quick and easy way to recap. They still have a penalty though, and now it's bigger again. So now they have to do all of this again, spend some time getting specials, and then they just kind of have to push in again, and maybe that doesn't even work. Never mind, there's only the Charger on Theft left.
Yep, the Charger is able to get back out, but that's 3 down. That was 3 down for Theft. That's not helpful, not great. And already we have a crab tank out, causing issues like crabs do. Which is not going to be all that great for Fef here, but if they're able to get a couple kills, they might be able to get back in. But QCT already here with the lead. They're working their way down, and Fef have a lot of penalty points for even when they do get this.
You know, Adashima really not being in a good spot right now. They were kind of blocked off by that one glass panel. And by the way, there's only like 5 points left on the side of like QCT. Oh my god. Wait, Fef gets such a beautiful recap, and there was only the rapid deco left. But QCT actually got the recap, so now they're gonna have to work down their penalty of like 60. Good luck with that.
We're seeing a lot of high penalties. Long kind of stalls at the moment. That's a nice snipe from Fef there. I'm just gonna try and speak French. That was not a good idea. But they also desperately need to get this zone back. Those penalty points are working their way down.
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of an example of how easy it is to space out the other team. There's only Adashima left. They get a pick and they use their wavebreaker. They use the mines to maybe get some. Oh.
Yeah, they weren't at zone, and they couldn't paint zone, and it just kept ticking.
I was just so focused on the gameplay right now that I didn't even notice that the penalty was like built off.
But that does mean we do get a game 3, and we love a game 3. We adore a game 3. We almost never get a game 3. And it's gonna be a collablet. It's gonna be an Inkblot collablet. But yeah, that was decisive from QCT. Like, yes, Fef was able to like stall them a little bit and force them to have some more penalties. And they did get the zone for a bit at the start. They seemed quite sure of it at the start, but then they just couldn't decisively get back in again.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, right now, Fef has some good chances. I feel like if they stick with the rapid deco, they could actually do some good pitch damage and some good support kind of damage on this map, because there is this kind of disgusting ledge where you, like, it's a good example of like carbon, where you can just really easily pick off the other team with like the carbon, and I feel like rapid deco might do a similar job with this if they stick to the rapid deco.
Indeed. And also, you know what else likes to like peek up over ledges? Sloshing machines. Machines love that. So the deco might actually be a good thing to stick with here. And yeah, it did seem like Fef was able to do get their amazing push, especially whenever the objective was a bit more mobile. Now, this is not quite the same kind of mobility as you'd get in, well, I suppose Tar is kind of a more set mobility, but it's kind of different. So it'll depend on if they can do that kind of thing, maybe get a good clamps push, But otherwise, QCT do have the constant aggression that might win this out for them. You know,
Yeah.
meta's meta for a reason. So
I mean, we saw it backfire though. I don't think that Theft will stick to a charger because I feel like that's just not really recommended on this map or this mode in particular. So they might go for something else. I'd be surprised if they went with a charger. That may really backfire at me though. And we have that beautiful tiebreaker.
Yes, indeed. Whoever wins this obviously wins the set.
Ooh, Splatana Stamper.
First time we've seen a change, and they
Carbon.
They have a carbon.
Be rapid.
And also, Theft now have more crabs than QCT. So very interesting, a little bit different, but they did keep that rapid there. They did keep it.
I mean, it's the V Rapid now with the worst special, so I don't quite understand. I mean, Fef is really in a conflicted situation. There's only one person left, being the Splash, and it's just really a bad situation.
Well.
Like, QCT has so much control already. It's only 30 seconds into the game, and they already dictate this match. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yep, and they've just collected the clams that they need, and now they're actually able to get that push going. And there's another one down for Fef there. That is really not what they need. They don't have very much room here to be getting them out of their plat. They're still checking up, you know, trying to get back in and chuck more clams in, but it does seem like that's going to be the end of that push for QCT.
Yeah, I mean, Fef really got them off the plat with like a little bit with the crab, but now they're getting right back at it. They're getting picks. The machine is flanking from the side. Really, Fef is in a really tight situation right now. They don't have control over their own space, and really QCT has so much pain. They have so much special output, like we see with the machines. I feel like they're constantly shooting at them with the Booyah Bomb, but right now it seems like Fef actually gained some control. Like they're both machines dead on the side of QCT, but now it seems like QCT still wants to kind of go into aggression mode. I mean, we see the Splatana Sniper being really aggressive as it is, but they're still kind of trying to back out because of that crab tank.
They're able to stay alive, but that's 2 down for Fef. They're 3 down, and that will make it way easier for them to get another push in, and that is not what they need. It's like, we watched them do that to maybe not that player last time, but someone else has died in that corner just before a push before. That is not what they need. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I feel like right now Fef really needs to concentrate on getting back the space and also keeping the space, because we just have the same situation like a few minutes ago. Like, they don't have their space.
Nope.
Like, their base is completely green. What is this?
Yeah, they were able to stall just enough so that they have to put another power clam in, but how much difference is that going to do if they can't stay alive to stop the push either? Oh, that person had a lot of clams. Exoshi was able to get rid of them, but are they going to be able to stay alive long enough to actually get them out? That carbon has been very useful for that, but just need to be able to do a bit more.
Yeah, I feel like Fef really doesn't have that much paint output. I mean, they have 2 splashes. Don't get me wrong. Like, they have a way to paint. But if those splashes are constantly dying because the Splatana Stamper is such a good counter to that weapon, I feel like that doesn't really do them any favor, especially because they have 2 weapons that absolutely don't paint.
Oh, this might be the push that they need to get this started, though. There we go, that will be a power clam in, but are they going to be able to get what they need? Exoshi here with 4 clams, but does get taken down, and that means that Stamper is kind of behind them. Yep, that does look like that's going to be the end of that push, or it has to be. But Gabby here has to be careful, because it could be so easy for them to get taken out.
Yeah, I mean, they were just kind of alone in this really bad situation, and right now Exoshi got really picked up by like 3 people at the same time. It looked so brutal. The Carbon is trying to get off to Jay and maybe murdering them, but that didn't work out. Yeah, we see the Rapid having a power clam, getting a beautiful pick with the direct. They use the tri-strike, they try to get in. They have some control, but it's still not that much. Their pain output is very lackluster. But
they're able to take down the sword. My brain just was like, yes, I remember what that's called. But which can be very useful because that player does tend to be in behind them quite a lot. The Carbon here with the power clam, but not able to get to the basket. This is not looking like they're gonna be able to keep this going. They need to get in, and soon. They do have the power clam, so they will get overtime, but they just need to be careful because QCT is just steamrolling back into mid.
Yeah, I feel like they just kind of lack opening, like specials that open up a lot of space for you. I mean, they have a tri-strike, but that's not really gonna do a lot. And like that, we have a wipeout, and I don't think that Fef can recover from this. And the power clam got broken, and this QCT won this set 2-1.
Yes, indeed. That was very different. Well, was it from the first? Actually, no, that was actually quite similar to the first match that we saw. Just we didn't get the miracle push that we also saw in that first match from Fef there. Yeah, they just, as you're saying, they just weren't really able to get in. They didn't have the openings that they kind of needed, which is unfortunate for them, but they were still able to take a game. And they did have a good first push on that second match in the set as well. But that will be definitely 2-1 goes to QCT, and they will be continuing on. But remember, double elim, it's not the end of the road for Fef.
Absolutely.
But yes, use my words. That was very much a kind of constant push from QCT the whole way through. Yes, they lost that first match even, but they were still that constant aggressive kind of force that just ended up winning out, you know? Just ended up working for them. But fair play to both teams.
I mean, I feel like Fef had some really good chances, but they were kind of spaced out, and I feel like, especially that V Rapid instead of the Rapid Deco, was kind of their outdoing, because I feel like Rapid Deco is just a better weapon in general, and I feel like it can kind of deal better with machines because of the torpedo, and can kind of distract more, and it could maybe lead up to a bit more chip damage. And I feel like V-Rapid is just a weapon that doesn't really have the resources to do that, especially because it lacks like a bomb that's actually traveling. I mean, it only has mine, and Tri-Strike is really unreliable get-in tool, so yeah, it was kind of unfortunate, especially because the Tri-Strike was like, I feel like the only special that they often utilize. I mean, they also use the crab tanks, but I feel like those were just kind of to protect themselves sometimes, or get back space.
Yep, they didn't actually have the kind of time to utilize it in an aggressive manner, because they were so often on the back foot. Which, yet again, it's kind of the way whenever you're getting that constant aggressive force from like two machines and well, either two splash or a splash and a stamper. So understandable, but yeah, unfortunate for Fef there.